Pioneers are explorers. Pioneers are innovators. Pioneers are leaders. We are Marietta College. We are pioneers. Find out how you can become a PIO at www.marietta.edu.
Coming up today on NewsCenter 15, protests in Iran.
And a new memorial in the U.S.
We'll have these stories and more. NewsCenter 15 starts now. Good afternoon and welcome to Monday's edition of NewsCenter 15. I'm Hunter Withrow.
And I'm Marissa.
Topping our news story this afternoon. Problems mounted over the weekend for collapsed cryptocurrency exchange FTX, which was struggling to account for money that went missing hours after it filed for bankruptcy. The company's 30-year-old CEO, Sam Bankman-Fried, re-signed and his $16 billion fortune erased. Saturday, FTX confirmed that there was unauthorized access to its account that caused some funds to vanish. Analysts say hundreds of millions of dollars may have disappeared. The unraveling of the once giant exchange is sending shockwaves through the industry. Companies that backed FTX are writing down investments, and the price of Bitcoin and other digital currencies have been falling.
It's not easy being Elon Musk. That was the message the new Twitter owner and billionaire head of Tesla and SpaceX had for younger people who might seek to emulate his entrepreneurial success. Quote, "Be careful what you wish for," Musk told a business forum in Bali on Monday when asked what an up-and-coming Elon Musk of the East should focus on. He also touched briefly on criticism of his stewardship of Twitter since he took it over for $44 billion last month. Musk was speaking at the B20 Business Forum ahead of a summit of the group of 20 leading economies taking place on the Indonesian resort island. He joined the conference by video link.
Let's take a quick look at the current conditions.
Here to provide a brief look at the weather, Landon Santini.
Well, being as brief as I possibly can, it looks like we're finally in the midst of the temperatures being relatively cool, where they should be for the season of fall. Right now it feels like 41 degrees outside with an expected high of 43, partly cloudy conditions. The UV index is at a relatively low level of 2 with fair air quality and a very low pollen count, although you might get the sniffles for a bit of a different reason. The winds are running around the north-northeast at about 5 miles per hour with a humidity of roughly 62%. Now those sniffles that I told you about is because of the fact that our temperatures outside have now been dropped down to 40s, to the lower to mid 40s, and it looks like it's going to be within that area for a good chunk of the rest of the week. But we'll talk more about that when I return later on in the program for the 5-day forecast. So stay tuned.
Thanks, Landon. Sandy Hook Memorial opens to public nearly 10 years after 26 killed in an elementary school shooting. A memorial honoring the 20 first graders and 6 educators killed in Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting opened to the public on Sunday, nearly a month before the 10-year commemoration. The Sandy Hook Permanent Memorial, designed by Dan Affleck and Ben Waldo, was unveiled publicly in Newton, Connecticut, where the mass shooting took place on December 14, 2012. The memorial consists of a circling network of paths that led visitors through woodlands across ponds and meadows to the center, a fountain that sits in the granite basin engraved with the names of the victims.
At least 326 killed in Iran protests, human rights group claims. Iranian security forces have killed at least 326 people since nationwide protests erupted 2 months ago, the Norway-based Iran Human Rights NGO group has claimed. That figure includes 43 children and 25 women. The group said in an update to its death toll on Saturday, saying that its published number represented an absolute minimum.
Coming up, Slovenia's first female head of state was elected.
And Polish police forces being criticized for their actions during a march in Warsaw.
Hey, this is Kevin Love from the Cleveland Cavaliers. Right now, many of us feel anxious. Mindfulness can help you ease those feelings. My nonprofit is partnering with Headspace to offer free content to help you stress less. Head to kevinlovefund.org/headspace.
Here's to the straggly ones, the first ones. But hey, I look good with this ones. The black, brown, red, and gray ones. The itchy ones. The ones grown by Dad. The ones grown for Dad. The I nearly didn't do it this year ones, and the absolutely filthy ones. They all raise awareness, raise funds, start conversations, and save lives. Because whatever you grow will save a bro. Learn more at Movember.com.
More than 6 people were injured at a street carnival in Los Angeles Saturday night after drivers crashes through. According to the police, they tried to pull over the white Porsche, but driver refused to stop. Videos show witnesses running and screaming for safety and stating that it should have never happened. This accident is still under investigation.
A cruise ship in Australia docks with over 800 COVID-positive passengers. The Majestic Princess cruise ship was to the halfway point of the 12-day vacation when the outbreak was noticed. There were 4,600 passengers aboard. Most had mild symptoms and did not fall too sickly.
Slovenia elects first woman president, and a runoff vote liberal rights advocate, Nataša Pirc-Musar, won a runoff vote Sunday to become Slovenia's first female head of state. She said she will seek to bridge the deep left-right divide in the Apline nation of 2 million. All my life, I've advocated the same values: democracy, human rights, tolerance. It's time to stop dealing with the past. Many things have had to been done to the future, she declared.
Police criticized for role at nationalist march in Warsaw. Opposition politicians in Poland criticized police Saturday for detaining anti-fascist activists but not reacting to the appearance of a Nazi-era symbol during a nationalist march. Many liberal groups who oppose the march have accused the police for years of displaying favorable treatment towards the nationalists while treating protesters of the event unfairly.
Coming up next, pop star bringing awareness for mental health. Taylor Swift wins big, and a big debut for a sequel.
We'll also get the latest news from Hollywood.
And in weather, we're in for an increasingly cold week and a wet or possibly snowy tomorrow. Stay tuned when I return for the 5-day forecast after this.
Where are we?
We're at Marietta College.
This is where we live at Marietta College.
When kids need medical care, they face life-changing experiences. They miss out on the things that make being a kid fun. Starlight Children's Foundation programs entertain and inspire hospitalized kids. Learn more at starlight.org.
Marietta, a place some people call home.
A
place of athletes.
A place of discovery.
A place for the future.
Your plan.
Your future.
Go Pios.
Actor and pop star Selena Gomez is to be honored for her work as an advocate for mental health awareness. The Boston-based organization, the Reuter Family Foundation, says the 30-year-old entertainer is the winner of this year's Morton E. Ruderman Award in Inclusion. The group explained why Gomez was chosen because she is a celebrity that, with her own personal struggles with mental health, helps younger people get the help they need. In 2020, Gomez revealed she was diagnosed with bipolar disorder and has spoken about it publicly within the challenges it has been managing her. Her mental health, Gomez has donated $1.7 million to the mental health organizations.
At Sunday's MTV EMAs, Swift led nominations along with Harry Styles. Both artists won 7, with Swift winning awards for the Best Artist, Best Video, and Best Long-Form Video. Swift currently is topping the charts with Anti-Hero from her record-breaking album Midnights. Swift made a surprise visit in Dusseldorf to get her awards, the latest of her awards. With her acceptance for her first award of the night, she said, quote, "The fans are only reason any of this happens for me."
The box office came back to life with a roar following the anticipated release of Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. The Marvel sequel earned $180 million in sales from over 4,000 theaters in the U.S. and Canada, according to the Walt Disney Company on Sunday, making the second biggest opening of the year behind Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Overseas, the movie brought in an additional $150 million from 50 territories, bringing it up to a total of $330 million. Second place goes to the DC superhero Black Adam with $8.6 million and Ticket to Paradise with $6.1 million. In Hollywood news, now, a big-time Academy Award actor is an author, and the return of a big-screen bodyguard.
Here's Landon with today's Hollywood Minute.
Well, to start off with nostalgia-related news, The Bodyguard is coming back to theaters just in time for its 30th anniversary. The romantic thriller, starring Kevin Costner and Whitney Houston in her film debut, returns to cinema this month. The movie spawned the best-selling soundtrack album of all time, and a 30th anniversary vinyl release is due out November 18th. Showtimes and tickets for the screenings are available at thebodyguard30.com. In other news, Tom Hanks is writing his first novel. The two-time Oscar winner appears to be drawing on Hollywood for inspiration for his story, titled The Making of Another Major Motion Picture Masterpiece. And it's centered on a colossal, star-studded, multi-million-dollar superhero action film. The book is due out next May. And Dave Bautista is on bouncer duty. Deadline reports the Guardians of the Galaxy and Dune star will play a club bouncer in a film entitled Cooler. His character is blackmailed into finding a stolen drug-filled safe within 36 hours. Production is expected to start sometime next summer. In Hollywood, I'm Landon Santini. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Landon. Thanks for the update on Hollywood.
We're going to go right back to you, Landon, for a look at the weather.
All right, performing double duty today. Well, as you can see, the southern states of Oklahoma and Houston are experiencing some warmer conditions and good rainfall. That's to be expected since they're near the Mexican Gulf of Mexico, near the equator. And as you could see earlier from our northern neighbors of Michigan and Wisconsin, the Great Lakes, they're experiencing a round of snow up there, and that's going to be affecting us in the Mid-Ohio Valley in the coming days, though not immediately today. How is that going to affect us? Well, I'll tell you in just a moment. Right now, let's take a look at the 5-day forecast. Actually, I'll tell you right now, we're going to be experiencing a chance of snow tomorrow with expected high of 42, continuing on with those cooler temperatures that started today. And thanks to that snowfall, the temperatures will go down even more as we go on into Wednesday with mostly cloudy conditions, expected high of 39, continuing on into Thursday with an expected high of 37, mostly cloudy conditions, and the weekend will continue to be colder with mostly cloudy conditions, high of 34 and a low of 19, the lowest low temperature we've had in quite some time, before remaining steady as the weekend continues with a high of 34, low of 21 and partly cloudy conditions. So it's been a bit of an uphill struggle. It's been a bit of an uphill struggle getting there to the cooler temperatures we come to expect with the fall season, but unless I jinx it by saying this, it seems like we're finally here and we could possibly be getting the first snowfall of the season. So, all right, we'll talk a little bit more about what you could do later on at the end of the program, but until then, back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Landon. When we come back, also we'll have the latest in the world of sports.
Stay with us.
James Brown and Bill Cowher welcoming you back to the Midnight Snack Run. This is one tricky obstacle course. He's reaching, but he pushes it away. He's approaching a plate of iced cookies. He blows right by him. Oh, the fridge. Looks like he's headed for the soda. Wait, he jukes left, grabs the water bottle. Now he's just got to get out of there. Look what dropped from the sky. Don't do it, Dennis. That's the way you execute a Midnight Snack Run. Stand Up to Cancer and Rally want you to reduce your risk for cancer. Go to takeahealthystand.org.
Marietta College, home of the pioneers. A small town on the Ohio River with a tight-knit community and tons of opportunity. Find a home here at Marietta College. Bring forth a pioneer.
What are we gonna do? Ta-da! All right. Come on, every pony. Woo! Liza, I just love how ponies are better together.
Me too. Same thing with Girl Scouts, Kamiko. Every day they make each other shine a little brighter.
And they make the world around them a better place. So join Girl Scouts.
And be a part of the friendship and magic.
And now we're back with Austin for a look at sports.
Tell us what's been going on, Austin.
I'll give you the rundown now. Morocco's Amini Harit appears doubtful for the World Cup after the Marseille midfielder came off on a stretcher during his side's 3-2 win at Monaco in the French League on Sunday. Harit fell down clutching his left knee following a challenge with Monaco defender Axel Desai early in the second half at the Stade Louis. Aaron Rodgers threw 3 touchdown passes to rookie Christian Watson and led a 55-yard drive in overtime to set up Mason Crosby's game-winning field goal, and the Green Bay Packers stopped a 5-game skid with a 31-28 win over former coach Mike McCarthy and the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday. In his first game back in Green Bay, as Dallas coach, Mike McCarthy didn't exactly leave Packers fans pinning for the good old days. Instead, McCarthy made a crucial decision that backfired. He went for it on 4th and 3 on the opening possession of overtime when he could have sent Brett Maher out to try a long go-ahead field goal. The Cowboys were stopped. McCarthy's former quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, then led the Packers down the field for the game-winning field goal. McCarthy says he's fine with the decision, and he's more upset about the penalties that led to the pivotal 4th down. That's all I have for the world of sports. I'm Austin Embry. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Austin. Now with this is Landon Santini for an update of the weather.
Well, whether or not I am, it's a matter of opinion, and I'll tell you what the weather is right now. For the last month and a half, we've been dealing with back and forth between the lingering summer temperatures and autumn temperatures, but it looks like as of yesterday, we're finally smack dab where we should be, with temperatures ranging from the lower 40s. And as we continue on through the rest of the week, it's going to shrink down to the mid-30s as we get into the weekend, thanks to a chance of snow we're going to be having tomorrow. Now, these cold temperatures are, they've just arrived, so I don't think it's going to be quite enough for the little snow we may get tomorrow to stick to the ground. So we may not have an actual snow day for a month or two now. But that's definitely something to look forward to as we get closer and closer to Thanksgiving break next week. What are you guys looking forward to throughout the rest of the week?
I'm honestly excited for the snow.
Oh, yeah.
Man, we got some basketball games, both boys and girls. I'm excited for those.
All right.
So that's it for today's broadcast. We thank you for watching. We hope you join us Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 and 6:30 for WCMO NewsCenter 15 Marietta College. See you next time.